Okay, hello, tarot fans, and I have a treat for you today. I have the amazing Ethony here who's going to talk to us about her current Kickstarter campaign. I'm actually really excited about this deck. It's a beautiful looking deck. I've had a quick look over the Kickstarter campaign itself, and it seems like an incredibly well put together, thoughtful campaign. So, Ethony, welcome. Tell us a little bit about you.
Hi, so for those of you who are to meet me for the first time, my name is Ethony. I picked up my very first tarot deck at the age of 15 while I was exploring my connection to the craft of the wise, and I never put it down. This is going to be my ninth deck that I've created. I'm also a tarot teacher, a professional tarot reader, and a published author with Llewellyn, and little obsessed with tarot, just like a little obsessed with tarot. And this is my newest creation that's on Kickstarter because getting stuff independently printed is very expensive. So we're looking to get funding to get it printed.
9 decks. I didn't realize you'd done 9. That's actually a
Yeah.
lot of work. That's a lot. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about this particular deck. What was the inspiration behind this particular deck? What is the what's your kind of drive for this deck in the world?
Yeah, so the way I'm going to show you some cards as I'm talking because, just looking at my face is, not like the most interesting. So what actually happened, this is a print off just to give you all like some background. The deck is going to be a standard tarot size. This is a lot bigger because I wanted everyone to be able to see the rich colors and the artwork. And it's just a sample that I had quickly printed. So, okay, so the deck actually came about by chance, in a way, like the inception of this. I love this Page of Cups so fucking much.
It's
Like,
a
it's one of
beautiful
my
card. Yeah,
favorite
it's really
cards.
cute.
um and so I have a tarot group, the Tarot Readers Academy, and somebody posted in the Tarot Readers Academy that their partner was doing table settings for a wedding and they were doing them tarot themed and shared some of the artwork. And everyone at the TRA was like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. What a great idea. And then I reached out to the person who posted, and then the creator, James Fenner, who is an amazing artist in Portland, and said, hey, do you want to do an entire tarot deck with me? And thankfully he was super receptive and has been a complete and amazing, incredible person to work with. And the theme of this work is, I love this devil as well so much, is the cosmic wisdom. So the wisdom of the tarot, how I like to kind of like break down the structure, well, one of the ways I like to break down the structure is, okay, so we have the major arcana cards, which are like the divine overarching archetypes, collective consciousness, the big shit that we may not even really get to understand until we pass on. And yes, you can break that down into like the fool's journey and more applicable things like the mother and father, but it can also be the divine plan, right? If we look at this like levels of initiation. So that's like the big cosmic stuff, right? That's the big cosmic energies. And then it comes down to the minor arcana, which is the daily divine. This is how it's manifested. This is how we learn those big chunky major arcana lessons, is through the elements, right? It's through the suits, it's through the work, it's through the stress, it's through the mind, body, soul. That's how we learn through the minor arcana. Still cosmic, still connected, but the minor. And then the court cards, because I do separate those out, are the people, personalities, and roles that we play in our lives, and also how we interact with the major and the minor, right? Sometimes we interact with the major and the minor in a commanding way. Maybe we are in control. Maybe we are the kings. And then other times, we get into a relationship and we might act like a page, we're like totally foolishly in love or whatever it may be. So that's how I branch it out. And again, it's all cosmic. We learn these things through our relationships and our interactions. So this is meant to be how we access divine cosmic wisdom. So in the majors especially, you're going to see a lot of night sky, a lot of stars, a lot of that very cosmic Milky Way-esque vibe. So yeah, that's how the deck came to be. And as you can see, James has done an amazing job bringing my scopes, which are like, I mean, you probably know this, right, from doing your decks. It's like I have bad sketches, I have like the points of view that I want, the way that people, you know, how the figures are all going to look, and then, you know, someone incredible goes and makes it look just phenomenal. So he's done a phenomenal job.
Yeah, the cards on this are really great. They kind of remind me of a little storybook story too. Like they seem very visually storytelling, as opposed to just being a straight out clone of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Although it could, for people who like clones, this would be a really good match for them too. Would you say?
Yes, so I definitely am of the school of the Rider-Waite-Smith. So I learnt with the Rider-Waite-Smith structure, and I teach that, and I read mostly with that. Yes, I do love my Marseille. I do love my Lenormand, which is not even tarot deck. I do have many Thoth-based decks, but like my heart, I guess, will always be a Waite-Smith place, because it was the first one I came across.
So let's do something fun. One of the things I love to do, especially with a new deck, especially with a deck that people might be contemplating buying, is can you do us a quick one card pull about what message this deck has for people out there who are going, oh my God, I want this deck so badly. I have to have it in my hands as soon as possible. What is the guidance from this deck?
Okay, so I'm just going to give it a shuffle, and just to let everyone know too, that the deck is done. The guidebook is finished. The only thing that needs to be done is the what is it called? The layout, the layout for printing, basically, like getting that done, and the box design. So we are like, once this funding happens, we are so ready to hit print. So there's going to be no delays basically on that, which I know a lot of people, especially with Kickstarter, can be like, oh, well, what if there's like a massive delay? It's like, babes, it is finished. Your boo has done it. So she's just, we're literally, you know, James, I also believe in artists getting paid. So James has been paid. But, you know, I think the graphic designers, I want to be able to pay them for doing the outlay and the box and all that. So yeah, just to let you guys know, there's going to be no delay for that. Oh my gosh, we got the moon. And I love this moon card. Like, I'm obsessed with like jellyfish. I wanted to be a marine biologist. So we have the moon, and the moon is saying, like, let me illuminate the dark spaces in your life. Let me show you the cosmic wisdom, the cycles, the pull of your intuition to this deck and to yourself. Let me show you the ways of the intuitive waters and the wise waters through this deck. And yeah, I love the blue of this card so much, and this moon card.
I think this is a great card to also help us as we move through this Pluto shift too. So I think like knowing that this card is going to help us once Pluto finishes its shifts, and as it goes to its shift over the next year, is really helpful, because I think we're all going to need as much guidance as we possibly can as Pluto goes backwards and forwards a couple more times before it settles into that new Aquarius way of thinking. So I think shadow work in particular, and work with the psyche and the unconscious, is going to dominate 2024. So I love that your deck is already aligned for this. It's like, hey, I'm here. I'm ready to help you. I will be your personal guide for this transition. I love that.
Yeah, she's definitely waiting. She's definitely waiting. And yeah, if anyone has any of my decks, like, you know that I am very particular on quality, and, you know, the backs are going to be stamped and the guidebook's going to be full color. And, you know, I'm very I think that was a benefit of being a reader first and then an author and creator later, is it's like, I know what it's like. I know what quality I want. I know what I'm looking for in a working deck. So yeah, I take that very seriously.
Any last words about this campaign before we finish up? Because I know that it only has a few days left to go. As you're viewing this, there's only a few days left for this campaign. Any last words on getting them to sign up and getting them to support this deck in a timely manner. What is going on campaign wise?
Okay, so we have 70 hours left as of the recording of this. I truly believe we are going to get there. There is a Kickstarter. I love this High Priestess so much too. There is a Kickstarter exclusive Kiss Cut tarot stickers for your journals. I am obsessed with tarot journaling. I don't know if you've ever seen, it's just right here. I can show you a page. So like I love like tarot journaling, and I love painting and just like, you know, having fun with tarot. So there's going to be Kiss Cut tarot of the actual deck journal stickers that are exclusive to backers at this point, even though like I've had lots of messages, people going, I want to have them later. I'm like, well, you know, maybe I'll do it in a different iteration, but right now they are exclusive. This is limited edition as well. So there are only going to be 2,000 copies of this deck printed. So if you miss out, you miss out, basically. So like what the tool's saying, take the leap.
Right.
So yeah, there's only going to be 2,000. They're all going to come with a certificate of authenticity, so you'll get that as well. And there is a wholesale offer as well, so you can get 10 decks if you own a brick and mortar shop, and you can go and back that too. But yeah, 70 hours left, 2,000, and there's over 360 people have already said yes, please. So yeah, those decks will go quickly.
Yeah, I love that. And I love the fact that like this could be a great addition for a collector's set as well. If you are anything like me, that's kind of where you're at with tarot now. It's all about the collector decks. I am all about the collector decks right now. So anything that is going to be limited run or is going to be is super special and a one-off, like I'm all over it these days. So if you are like me now and you are really into collection and you want to add to your collection, this is going to be a fantastic deck for that. Thank you so much, Ethony, for being here and sharing all this with us. If you want to go ahead right now and get that Kickstarter, that Kickstarter link, I have it here in the comments below. So go ahead and do that. If you need more information, then reach out and contact myself or Ethony, and we will direct you in the best possible way so that you can have this very limited edition collector's deck that's going to help us with this Plutonian transition. I love that.
Well, thank you so much for having me as well. And yeah, I love this community, and I'm really excited to get this deck out there.
Thanks so much. Bye, everyone.